Let's head back to the voicemail of Truth and Reason before we head to break.
How y'all guys doing this Big ET? 3-7, season is likely over. I know it's a never say never situation because weird things can happen. What I'm more concerned about is I know everybody keeps saying we got Deshaun for not just this year, but for multiple years. Problem is, starting next year, his contract, Miles' contract, and Denzel's contract cap hits explode. I already feel like we're going to be making changes to the defense. And who's to say that because of the cap hits, we don't know if David ain't going to come back. Because of these cap hits, you got to have cap cuts to make necessary changes, especially in the defense. Who's to say that the players we replace now is going to be just as good, even better? I haven't had confidence in the defensive evaluation. Maybe we should bring somebody in to help. I feel like this is the first time we can actually say that the Haslam's wasn't the primary problem of a season. But regardless, it's a total system failure from GM on down to the players. Changes will be made. The problem is contracts and the money. I know that's why they rolling stuff over. Still got to figure out a defensive tackle. They don't want to go sign nobody, but they're not hitting the draft, so something got to give. What do you guys think? Should they just be looking at players who are going to be free agents now and try to start getting together what they need, just like they did with Baker? They knew mid-season they was going to make a change. What do you guys think? Thank you. All that stuff.
As always, appreciate all the voicemails. Yeah, I think there's going to be a scheme change, and it will affect. Anytime there's a scheme change, you're going to change the personnel. The one thing I'll say, their salary cap people are pretty sharp. You can renegotiate eventually. That bill comes due, but they're good enough. They can kick it down the road 3, 4, 5 years the way they've been doing it.
Yeah, and let's not forget also they have about $30+ million in salary cap space, which you can roll over into the next cycle. So the cap should go up. You would think with the money that the NFL is getting out of the Amazon deal, that cap should go up. And let's not forget also, it takes one big massive contract restructure. Say, if they want to restructure Deshaun Watson's contract again for this season, convert much of his cap hit into a signing bonus, kind of like what they did this season. All of a sudden, you can free up a gigantic amount of cap space, but just by getting one of those players to do it. I don't know if it'll be Deshaun again or for somebody else, but all it takes is one big name to be willing to do that, and all of a sudden, you've created your cap space. And we've seen throughout the NFL, cap space can be manipulated. Cap space, there's the joke out there on Twitter that, cap space is a myth. It's not real, that the salary cap is not real. It is, but it's shown that it can be very manipulated. There's ways around it. And considering how smart the Browns are in managing the budget, managing the cap, it wouldn't surprise me if they have multiple ways and multiple things planned and multiple ways to kind of make sure they're under the cap, as well as making sure they're continuing to roll over money in the next year, because that's the hidden trick, is making sure you can have extra room on top of the cap because of that rollover.
Yeah, and the flip side of it is that cap's going to keep going up because eventually sports wagering will be coming in some form or fashion. There will be a revenue stream from that. So that cap's just going to keep going up and up and up.